Hello, and welcome everyone to our first video lecture of Western civilization. This week we're covering Chapter 1. The book begins by discussing the earliest humans. Now, the origins of the earliest humans appear to be traced out of Africa. Now, scholars have debated whether this is in fact the case, with some scholars saying that humans actually developed independently and equally around the globe at a similar time frame. However, as the book notes, archaeological, genetic, and environmental sciences have noted that most likely humans developed in Africa and then slowly spread around through countries of Europe, Asia, into North and South America and Australia as well. The chapter continues discussing the Paleolithic and the Neolithic ages of human advancement, so I encourage you to read through those as well. But it goes into those until it starts discussing what is the main focus of our book, which is civilizations. Now, the term civilization is hard to define. The book actually breaks it up into 6 elements. I'll read through those 6 elements for you right now. The first element is an urban focus, or a focus of people gathering around and coexisting in cities. The second is a distinct religious structure. That means these people living around in cities or a collection of cities all have a distinct religious element to them that is different from those around them. The next one is a new political and military structures. Now, if people are going to coexist in cities and have a similar religious structure, then they're going to need to set up a political structure as well. Basically, how laws work in their civilization. Our next is a new social structure. Now, this is always interesting, is to see how civilizations operate with each other. Is everybody on the same level? Are there some people who have more rights than other people? So, the perfect example is, are there slaves in the civilization? Or is everybody free in a particular civilization? That's the sort of social structures that are developed in these civilizations that we'll be looking at. The next is a new writing system, or a common means of communication in between individuals. And the last is new forms of artistic and intellectual development. It's not simply just about the focus of writing, political structures, but how people express themselves through art as well is extremely important, and how they communicate the new ideas that are coming out when they coexist in these tight city units. So that's how the book defines civilizations. I'll bring some examples to class about different terms of civilizations. And to be honest, some scholars find that the term civilization is actually not a good term to use at all. So we'll have fun discussing some of these elements as well in class. Now, the first civilization that we come to is the Mesopotamian civilization. The Mesopotamian civilization creators were people called the Sumerians. Now, the Mesopotamian city-states were centered around the modern-day countries of Iraq and Kuwait, basically in between the Tigris and Euphrates River in the Middle East. Now, the book notes that the Sumerians had what's called a theocracy. Now, a theocracy is a government ruled by divine authority. Now, I can tell you that's not really truly the case. A theocracy is also another term that's extremely hard to define and even harder to prove. And so we'll talk about that more as well in class. Now, one of the most significant of the ancient Mesopotamian empires was that of Hammurabi. Now, Hammurabi was able to use a strong army and a technique of conquering and dividing his enemies to establish this strong empire. But what he's most famous for is actually his Code of Law. The Code of Law can be found on page 11 in your book. Read through them, take some notes on the codes that you see there, and think, are they good laws, are they bad laws? And we can talk about that. Now, of course, his most famous law is an eye for an eye. Basically, if you take out one person's eye, then that person has the right to take out your eye. And you can see that law written out on page 11. But if you look closely, you'll actually see some elements of our modern-day legal system inside of it. Things like eyewitness testimony, and also personal injury law. We'll have fun exploring these as well. Next, you're going to see a series of videos on the Egyptian Empire, and I look forward to seeing you guys in class on Tuesday.